Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Heart Hustle, the space where we talk calmly about what the heart feels, even when it can't quite explain it. Today's theme is subtle but essential: the art of leaving someone missing you without disappearing. Because in the end, love isn't about who vanishes, it's about who knows how to stay in the right way. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications. That way, you won't miss these honest conversations about what really matters: love, connection, and how we show up for one another. There's a common belief that the best way to make someone miss you is to disappear, to go silent, take long to reply, to vanish for a few days so your absence starts to hurt. But what most people don't realize is that this doesn't create longing. It creates confusion. It creates uncertainty. It creates a void that has no poetry, only doubt. Because real longing doesn't come from absence. It comes from presence that mattered. It's not "you're gone" that makes someone miss you. It's "you made me feel good." Leaving someone missing you is an art made of gentle presence, not calculated distance. It's about being there, but not invading. Showing interest, but without suffocating. It's about letting the other person feel that your presence is light. Someone who adds, not someone who weighs down. Think about it. You've probably had a conversation that flowed effortlessly, full of laughter and natural connection. Those moments stay with you. Even when the days pass and life goes back to normal, a memory suddenly surfaces, and you think of that person. You remember them because it felt good. Our brains store emotional pleasure, not emotional discomfort. So if you want to leave someone missing you, don't vanish. Show up with authenticity. Be kind, curious, fun, and real. A short message, but with meaning. An unexpected, sincere compliment. A glance that lingers 1 second longer than it needs to. Those tiny moments build memory. But of course, leaving someone missing you also means knowing how to respect space. There's a fine line between healthy interest and emotional dependency. And those who understand that difference master the art of balanced presence. When you're always available, your presence loses its power. But when you live your own life, while staying open and connected, you create a natural rhythm. It's like music. The silence between the notes is what gives the melody meaning. Here's a simple example. You're texting someone and you answer every message instantly. The conversation stays alive, but predictable. Now imagine that sometimes you take a little longer to respond, not as a tactic, but because you're living your day. That's when the rhythm feels real, human, calm, and effortless. And in that space, between one message and the next, longing begins to grow. It's not cold absence, it's a living pause. People don't miss those who merely talk all the time. They miss those who made them feel something good. You could go a few days without speaking, but if the last memory you left was light and pleasant, the longing that comes next is tender. If the last conversation was full of tension, pressure, or insecurity, silence becomes relief, not longing. That's why the secret is in the emotion you create, not the time you disappear. It's fascinating how so many try to provoke longing through absence, when what really creates it is meaningful presence. Longing isn't a lack of contact. It's the memory of contact that mattered. It's that sudden wave of remembrance. A laugh, a touch, a moment that felt right. And the thought comes, it would be nice if they were here. Imagine this. You meet someone, things are going great, and then you decide to vanish to see if they'll miss you. For the first few days, they might think of you. But soon, the mind creates a defense. I'm not going to care about someone who ignores me. And what could have been longing turns into emotional distance. Now imagine another story. You stay present, naturally. You don't invade, you don't pressure, but you're remembered for what you made them feel. A single day without talking already feels different. Not because you disappeared, but because your presence had meaning. That's what it means to leave someone missing you without vanishing, becoming someone whose absence is noticed not for the lack, but for the value. Neuroscience tells us that our brains tie memories to emotions. When something makes us feel good, the brain records that experience as pleasure and wants to repeat it. So if you want someone to miss you, make being with you a good experience. Create small, real moments. It's not about being around all the time. It's about being around in a way that makes them want to experience you again. But beware, the classic "I'll disappear to see if they miss me" game is a dangerous one. Because in trying to spark longing, you might spark indifference instead. When your silence is deliberate, what the other person feels isn't mystery, it's detachment. And detachment doesn't create longing, it creates self-protection. They'll start pulling away, not because they don't care, but because they realize you don't seem to. What could have been connection turns into silence that never fills back up. Longing is the result of affection lived well. It's born from truth, presence, and lightness. From the feeling that you don't need to disappear to be remembered. Because the people who leave longing behind are the ones who were really there, sincere, kind, and whole. So, do you want to make someone miss you for real? Then practice meaningful presence. Be authentic. Be gentle. Say less of what you think they want to hear, and more of what comes from your heart. Give quality attention, not quantity. When you're with someone, be fully there. When you're apart, be at peace. Create good memories, not emotional confusion. And never underestimate the power of small gestures, shared laughter, a hand on the arm, an honest conversation at the end of the day. And yes, there's a kind of mystery that's beautiful, but it's not the mystery of those who vanish. It's the mystery of those who live, who have depth, curiosity, inner worlds, who read, dream, build, and feel, who spark curiosity because they're alive and genuine. That kind of mystery makes someone want to see you again. It's not, "Where are they?" It's, "When will I see them again?" Leaving someone missing you without disappearing is deep down a sign of emotional maturity. It's the opposite of playing games. It's the conscious presence of someone who understands that love doesn't need drama. It needs truth. Beautiful longing isn't the kind that hurts. It's the kind that remembers. It felt good to be with you. So if you want to leave someone missing you, ask yourself, what am I leaving behind when I walk away? If it's calm, laughter, and warmth, trust me, you'll be missed. Because in the end, the ones who stay in people's hearts aren't the ones who vanish. They're the ones who showed up with sincerity and kindness. And that's the thought I want to leave you with today. But I'm not disappearing, okay? Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. And I'm right here, waiting for you, with new reflections on love and the beauty of being human. If this video made you think of someone, share it with them. And if it made you think of yourself, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because light love, the kind that doesn't play games, is the one that truly lasts. And here, it always has a place.